Hey guys, it's been a long time since I made a video, mainly for one reason. But yeah, because it's been a long time, I just wanted to make a video and kind of update you on stuff. It's gonna be a different video. There's not a specific purpose for it. It'll be more of a day in the life type of video. So we have a lot of stuff we need to do today, but in the meantime, we can be talking about different stuff. I want to tell you about different ideas and stuff that we're working on or what we've been up to here and in Trinidad and so on and so forth. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. It's gonna be a little bit different, but I hope you enjoy it. So first things first, we moved when Melinda was like 8 months pregnant. We moved houses, and I know, terrible idea, but this house was way more accommodating for our church space. And so we moved in our house, and obviously, you know, our office and stuff is in our house. And so I've been setting up the office in here. That's where I'm at now. And so I got some shelves for my stuff, and something I have to do today. Look how unorganized it is. All that extra stuff. Look at all those cables and stuff. So I have to get something to store those cables in. And here it's not as easy as, hey, just run to Walmart and grab something. So you have to use what you can find. And there's not a lot of options and stuff like that here. So we'll see. But I'm gonna head out and we're gonna see if we can find that. So we'll see. All right, I had to change my clothes, but now we're headed out to catch a taxi to, see if we can find some type of storage for those cables and such. All right, so he's not too far away actually. We just recently, just in this past 6 to 8 months, just got an application here that we can use, kind of like Uber. You guys know how convenient those apps are, but here we have not had it. You had to either call a taxi or just catch one on the street or whatever, which, you know, is not in the world, but there's a lot of like underhanded, dirty stuff, changing prices and stuff like that goes into play. So yeah, and so with these apps, you don't really have that because you have the person's name and all their information. So there's a lot less chance that they're gonna try to rip you off and stuff. So yeah, here he is. I think. Let's find out. Sí, Henry, no? Yeah, yeah. Ahorita pegado. Yeah. Buen día. ¿Cómo va?
Román.
Sí, Román. Sí. Just a few minutes and we'll be there, and then yeah, it's been weird making content for here. Like, you know, we have, I think we're 7 years actually invested in the projects in Trinidad. So 7 years worth of building. Sorry, it's bouncy. Building those projects. So you know, we have a lot of stuff to talk about, and we have the community projects and stuff like that there as well. Here, our main focus, we came here to plant a church, you know, and so our main focus is planting a church and going forward with leadership development. So it's not like there's not much I can post a picture of, you know what I mean? And so I don't know, I kind of struggle with that here because I don't want people to think that we're doing nothing, but at the same time, you know, like there's a lot of things that it's not a great picture to you know, a picture every Sunday of us sitting around the couch, or I don't know. I need to be more creative and figure out more ways, but yeah. So anyways, and all the videos too are typically in Trinidad when I go there because it's garden stuff, mainly garden focused. That's the stuff that people actually want to watch. This stuff, I don't know if anyone's gonna watch it, you know. So I don't know. It's one of the challenges. And but here it's been going well overall. The church is going well. Relationships are deeper, and that's really what we want the basis of our church to be, is built on relationships. And and so again, it doesn't make for great content or pictures or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, so it's going well in that way. One of the things that, you know, could be praying about with us is you know, just leadership development. That's always a challenge, I think, everywhere in the world, but here specifically, like it's always been kind of our idea. We want to like plant the church, and in Trinidad, the kids replant the church and kind of turn it over to somebody so they can run it. But getting to that point is very hard a lot of times, you know. Yeah, training up leaders and stuff like that to be able to do it. It's just it's a big process, but one step at a time. But for me, I like to identify that early as possible so that, you know, you're not scrambling down the road to try to do it, or I don't know, whatever. But it should be a natural part of the building of the church, is developing leaders for the future of the church and for, you know, for the ministry to continue, if that makes sense, with or without you, you know. And so I don't know, build something long-term sustainable with more focused on, you know, Jesus and the gospel than it is Ramon and his ability or inability to do it something, you know. So that's the idea there. Anyways, we're pulling up to the place. Make sure I didn't leave anything in the taxi. But yeah, we're out here. So let me show you what this is. So this is the street. Like on this whole street, they sell plastics and things like that, and pots, obviously, and pans, but mostly like plastic things. So if you want hangers and stuff like that, this is pretty much the street to come to. They sell them in other places, but it's more guaranteed here to find something. So I'm just looking for something for storage. It's always a little bit frustrating here looking for some type of storage stuff because there just aren't many options. So I think I have to go with something like this, which is actually a bathroom caddy type thing. But again, you don't have options. It is what it is. Watch this. These things are so expensive. So like they have these type of things, which would be great, but ¿cuánto está el precio, maestro?
950.
Yeah. Told me to go to the back, and he has some stuff, so we'll see. Okie dokie. Just be on your cell phones. More important. That's the thing too, is like, man, some of these things are so ridiculously expensive. Like just for little plastic stuff. So like the plastic drawers, and they're not great quality, and they only come in brown, so you know. Oh, there's a puppy. But yeah, the plastic stuff, that was like $100 for like these small plastic. Like it just does not. I don't have money to be throwing like that, and if I did, I still wouldn't do it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get that black one I was talking about. I'm not super excited about it, but yeah. Another thing I always do is ask at several places, because some people try to rip you off, you know. So yeah, several places. If the price is the same in all of them, then it's the price. But it's not. Sometimes there's a, you know, marked difference in the prices that they tell you. So figure that out. So these things will be a lot better, but they only have them in like weird colors, orange, green, and that color. Doesn't really go with what I'm looking for. There's one that's a little bit different over here. Let me check it out. Still looks like a bathroom caddy, but yeah, it's so ugly. Just come on, man. Yeah, man, I'm just gonna get that one thing. Frustrating. All right, checked in several other places, and pretty much the same price. I go back to this guy that had one out here, and yeah, picked it up, and we'll be on our way, hopefully. Yeah, man. ¿Qué eso quiere llevar, porfa?
¿Qué dice?
Porfa.
Ya, desarmado.
Sí.
Y que con un nuevo de acá.
Yeah. Look at those. See, they're always in weird colors. Like, those are too small, but they're always in weird colors, never like normal colors. Frustrating. I'm back in the taxi, headed home with my shower caddy for storage. And yeah, she's talking to me, but it's the radio. See, I just want it's frustrating because you invest time and money and energy into like making something look nice, and it's really hard to find stuff here. Stuff that you like or stuff that you want or whatever. And so, you know, I want my office to look nice. I'm more productive when it looks nice. It doesn't have to look fancy, but it has to look nice and be comfortable on some level and somewhat organized at least. And so you saw how it is now, because there's nowhere to put a lot of this stuff. And I have shelves, but you know, I can't put the cables on that. So yeah, I mean, this will do. I'll probably be frustrated every time I look at it for the next 4 months, but at least my cables will be stored away and not on my desktop, so that's the thing. I'll talk about Trinidad a little bit while we're in here waiting. I'm going up there next month. I have some meetings, some fairly big meetings, but I'll tell you more about that later. Hopefully, let's see. But yeah, those guys are doing great. Things are going really well up there. Rudy's working hard. Carlos working hard. Obviously, the garden project's growing. You can see that. That's probably the thing that's more visible that we show the most of, is because, again, it's easy. We have peppers growing, take a picture, post it. Like, it's that simple. There's no privacy issues involved. There's no, you know what I mean? There's no dignity issues involved. You just take a picture, you know, the stuff's growing. But it's going well. We definitely want that project to expand greatly. We have a lot of space to expand it, and so we want to do that. We want to, you know, build upon it. There's some other projects going joint with that, we also wanted to bring it to a level of like self-sustainability, auto-sustain. I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, we're not there yet. But that's what we're building towards. And so really, we invested a lot of time, years into those projects. And so, we obviously want to continue to see them through and see them grow and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm going out there next month, so there'll be a lot of content as far as videos and stuff about that coming up soon. The church is going well. Same thing as Rudy's trying to build and develop leaders, going forward in the future. So on both ends, again, I think it's a challenge everywhere, but it's a challenge nonetheless. Just because it happens everywhere doesn't mean that it happens everywhere. We shouldn't, But it's just the way that we believe in building and developing churches, developing leaders. Along with as the church develops, leaders should be developing. That's what everybody can have their own, but that's what we believe in. That's the way that we do it and operate and stuff. And so, but overall things are going well there. There's a lot of community projects we have in mind going forward. We also want to. So I know to a lot of people, it probably seems like we're just doing a bunch of random stuff. We don't show you everything. You have to keep that in mind. And it's not like a secret. It's just that a lot of stuff we don't talk about or show just until it's gone. Because then you got to go back and like, it didn't work or whatever, But the idea essentially is for us here in general, the idea is to build the church, to build communities. So we want to build a church to build our community and then get to the point to where it can go to other communities and help build those communities. And so that's really the idea. And so the church in Trinidad is getting to a place where it's building a community and just starting to get to a place where we can go and try to build other communities up. And so coming in the future, and maybe next month, we may take a trip to a village, like a scouting trip kind of thing or whatever, and try to do some stuff there and connect and try to build a relationship with one of those communities. It's a village, like there's small villages all over. You go to the village and build up the people there. That's the way that I can't speak for everybody. That's the way that we believe the church should be built and operated, and so that's the way that we do it. I'm not saying everybody has to do what we do, but no, I don't. Everybody does what they feel led to be doing, but that's the way that we build things, and that's so that's why sometimes it seems like we build our community up through the community garden. Also, it works as an evangelistic tool to be able to connect with people, and to be able to help people in the community and develop relationships so you can share the gospel with them. That's really the idea behind that project. But doing that and other projects in the works in the community there, we want to again grow that and not just sit with that, but grow and kind of carry that idea and thought process to other places. So that's really kind of what's going on. We're trying to do the same thing here, but the first step is always establishing the church. So here's a little bit different though. I'm trying to motivate the people to be the ones that come up with the ideas for and do the community stuff. Again, we're not that place yet, but we have the conversations and stuff like that. And I want it to be an us thing and not a Ramona Melinda thing or a Red Roots thing or whatever. It's funny though, because I was talking to Melinda the other day, and we're planning a church, but it was never our goal or intention. We're going to be a church planting organization. I still don't think that's because that's not what we just want to plant churches for the rest of our life. That's not what I see us doing. There's just necessity for that to be able to do anything else. I've talked about this before in the past, but doing community projects without a solid church connected to them is not. That's not the idea. I've always been a community project type guy. That is what I want. I feel like my thing is my thing, right? I don't feel like my thing is like pastoring and church, but those are things that need to happen so that your community efforts aren't in vain. Does that make sense? And so discipleship is the goal of all of it. It can't just be doing good things just because it feels good in the moment. We want it to be a bigger goal, a more eternal goal in the end. So that's the idea. That's what we're building there. That's what we're trying to build here. And again, they're distinct, just different places, different sides of the country, very distinct ways. So yeah, that's your update. Anyways, we're pulling up to the house. So hopefully we can get this set up. So there's my shower caddy. Cut it now then. Probably put some, make sure they put their ugly sticker on there, huh? Definitely looks like a shower caddy or whatever that's called. A bathroom caddy maybe is a better word, but it works. Now just get the cables organized and put in there. That's a big thing. Actually, I mentioned that earlier that we moved for the church. When I'm done with this, I'll show you the church space. So, like, these cables are obviously tangled. How do cables get tangled when no one touches them? It's like a mystery of the world. Like, you put something in your pocket, even like your headphones or your charger or whatever, and you pull it out and it's knotted like 60 times. How does it happen? I mean, I know you stuff it in there, but there's no way that you just stuffing it in there knots it up that many times. It's crazy. Anyways, it has nothing to do with anything. When I finish with this, we'll show you downstairs. But the pause, I got a visitor. What you gonna say? Big talker, huh? Slobbery guy. Get on. Get on. Get on. He's 3 months old today. Yay, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yay. Anyways, back to it. All right. So yeah, that's better. My mat is still a little bit wet. I had to wipe that thing down. But yeah, so my books up there. I got my camera equipment and stuff up there, and then just decorations on the top. So a lot better with that, with my bathroom caddy here. Yeah, anyways, a little more cleaning, but yeah, that's really what I needed is this storage space thing. So, all right, so yeah, I wanted to show you the church space, but this is the main reason. Here, I'll show you this way, and then I'll show you the other way. This is the main reason we moved here, though. Let me show you first, and then. So yeah, it's just more space, So our other house was nice. We actually loved it. It was an apartment. We loved the actual space. For us as a family, it was great. The location was great too, but this is only 4 blocks away, so it's not that big of a difference. But that place was on like the 4th floor essentially, and just makes it harder for people to get up and down and get to the church. Also, there are more people coming to church and just more space to be able to hang out, and just this is a much better space for us. First level, again, not and just more first level, more space, and we have our backyard space as well, where we have like a grill area and just a hangout area for us to all be able to spend time together, more time together, and just have a fun space for everybody where people can come and do whatever, have church, but also just spend time with one another, play games, and all those types of things. So that's really the idea behind the move here. Like I said, we actually liked, on a personal level, we liked our house there better for the house part, but we didn't come here to like our house. We came here to plant a church. And plant a church is what we are doing. What we really want, we always want our church to keep this same essence of like closeness and like familiarity, like family, that we always want to have that family feel. I know everybody's church says that, but we want to do it in like a way that it actually feels like that. And so we want it to grow, but we want to figure out ways to keep it, to not lose that personal closeness or whatever you want to call it, that you feel when you're here and we share together and stuff like that. So we're seeing some different options going forward on how to do that. And like I said earlier, leadership development is a big part of that. I don't ever want this to become Ramon centered. We came here to plant a church. We didn't come here to pastor for 30 years. That's not what we want to do. Is our idea is to raise someone up and let them, lead the church going forward. We feel like we have a blueprint, not the blueprint, a blueprint for a church to be effective long term. Locally first, But then again, like I was mentioning earlier, locally with the people in the church, but then to the community and then to other communities as well. And so that's really what we believe the church is about. And that's what we're trying to accomplish here. And so, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I think that's all I have for today. I need to eat lunch and then I need to get some work done this evening. I'm not going to bore you with that. Sitting there studying the book of John, which is what we're doing here on Sundays and stuff like that. None of that's fun for me or for you. Oh, one more thing. So this room wasn't like this when we came. Like the paint, the lights, all that stuff. Rudy and Carlos actually came down here. We're in the southern part of Bolivia. They're in the northern part of Bolivia. They came down. They flew down for a week. It's been a week helping like paint and set lights up, cobwebs, and all that type of stuff. So I mean, this place was a wreck. It was a wreck before, and you may think it's a wreck now. I don't know. Everybody has their own opinions, but it's nowhere near the wreck that it was before. I think it looks decent. Yeah, we changed the lights and everything. So shout out to those guys. Thanks so much. These are all the projects that we do are us projects. The Red Roots team. So I'll go up and help them. They come and help us. And I love it. I love that we have that, not just working relationship, but that type of camaraderie and brotherhood where we like everything. We talk about everything. Every moment in life, we try to be there for each other. For that, we also, we correct each other when it's necessary, and we do it all together. So shout out to those guys. Thanks to them for coming down and helping make this possible. And yeah, once again, I think that's all I have for today. So anyways, thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time. We appreciate your love and support. We be praying for us as we go forward with this. And like I said, for Trinidad, for here, all the projects, everything we want to do going forward. And you'll be hearing more about that coming soon. But, just pray that God raises up leaders and sends us some leaders to be able to, step alongside and help us out with some stuff going forward. And yeah, so until next time.